All right, and we are back with the GSMC Wrestling Laureate podcast brought to you by the GSMC Sports Network. I'm your host, Eric Rodriguez, here every Monday through Friday, 8 p.m. Pacific Time, 11 p.m. Eastern Time, here to talk about everything in the world of professional wrestling, all the action inside and out. We talk about backstage curtain drama. We also talk about injury updates and active superstar statuses. We talked about contract negotiations, extensions, and new signings of in wrestling brands. We talk about promotions WWE to AEW to TNA to Ring of Honor to the NWA to the GCW to Stardom to New Japan Professional Wrestling. If it makes major news, world of professional wrestling, we talk about it here on this show, 1010%. All right, just kind of reflect on what we talked about right quick. We had our WWE SmackDown preview. We talked about it, some potential storylines for this whole bloodline thing. So let's go ahead and dig on into some Ring of Honor and some TNA Impact. But before we do any of that, I just want to remind you guys to go ahead and hit up that super chat. So if you have a burning question or a hot take in terms of professional wrestling, make sure you guys put it up on the screen. If you're dying to share something here at the GSMC Sports Network, we are all ears 1010%. So don't be shy and drop your thoughts inside that chat. We just want to make sure you guys, his voice is part of the mix, 1010%. And I just really want to make sure that you guys feel like this is your podcast because us wrestling fans, we stay together. 1010%. We stay together. And if you really want to make sure your comment, question, or concern gets noticed and debated about, and spoken of on this live stream, make sure you guys, hit it up in that super chat. It's that $ below the chat box. Obviously, whatever you send in, greatly appreciated. And it's just a great way to support the GSMC Sports Network so we can keep these awesome, amazing podcasters talking sports, doing what they do best, bringing you guys awesome sports entertainment content Monday through Friday. So that's just, and obviously we are super grateful for each and every one of you guys. We love to say thank you. Gracias. You're amazing. And obviously for those who joins us here Monday through Friday through all the shows, thank you guys so much. This channel is you guys so again, throw some flowers and some love your guys' way. So let's keep the conversation going, guys. Let's keep this party going. Send in those super chats because you guys are super awesome. And together we will make sure this podcast is bigger, better, and stronger than ever. But of course, once again, if the super chat is not your thing, go ahead and hit up that tips and donations link at the GSMCpodcast.net. Tell me what you like. Tell me what you don't like. Give me your hot take. So that's what it takes. Just remember to Superman punch that like and subscribe button to the show. Follow the show. Follow the network here at the GSMC. We do love a lot of peace, love, and positivity, 1010%. Of course, in terms of talking sports, it's kind of unavoidable. It's going to be some criticisms. There's going to be a little bit of a debate, disagreements, but that's what makes talking sports and especially professional wrestling so amazing. Feedback is a gift, so don't be shy. Drop what you feel inside that chat, and we can have something amazing to talk about. We're going to talk about some Ring of Honor and TNA Impact. Just kind of going over some stuff that happened on Ring of Honor. So all in all, from some of the highlights and some of the reports I read, it was a really good episode of Ring of Honor. Obviously, kind of like kind of the fallout of AEW's Wrestle Dream. So I don't know. I thought it was pretty cool. All right, first and foremost, we're going to talk about we have the results here. The Spanish Announce Project of Angelico and Serpentico defeated Ren Jones and Derek Dillinger. I feel like the Spanish Announce Project feels like what's those not that. Who's Ray Fenix and Pento Del's? Oh my God, what's the name of? Oh, they were gonna go to WWE, but then Tony Khan re-signed. Oh, I can't believe I can't forget it. I can't remember right now. Damn it. But overall, I feel like this this luchador, this Spanish, Latino wrestling is just I feel like they're getting some spotlights. Obviously Tony Khan, with Fox Sports Mexico. You're going to kind of want to shine the light on some of these, some of these Latin American wrestlers because first and foremost, they're great. Second of all, once when they, have matches or once when they start having shows across, in Latin America, they're going to sell the tickets. They're going to sell the tickets. You want to make these guys, part of a brand themselves, because wrestling has in terms of territories with the NWA, yeah, I guess they have kind of went south, down to the Southwest a little bit region, a little bit more. But with this whole deal with AEW, with the CMLL as well. Now you have Ring of Honor, now you have New Japan Professional Wrestling, and even occasionally, you're gonna probably see AEW go down to Latin America as well, and it's gonna be great. It's gonna be great for the promotion. It's gonna be great to see younger fans younger who wants to like establish their name inside professional wrestling because it's so important in in a lot of Mexican culture or Latin American culture for that matter, just about professional wrestling. It's for them, it's cool. Like, you know what I mean? It's one of those things like, I feel like soccer and I know, the MLS is it's all right. But I feel like soccer in, obviously United States is like highly underappreciated, as opposed to all around the world, it's just like something that's like, bigger and better and stuff like that. So I'd kind of would love to see, a lot of wrestlers and luchadors kind of be a shining stars and kind of lead this revolution from AEW to conquer Latin America. That'd be pretty badass. All right, next we have Yuka Sakazaki defeated Viva Van Sakazaki. After recently, suffering a loss to Mercedes Monet, she's still great overall. No, it wasn't Mercedes Monet. It was Mariah May. It was Mariah May. It wasn't bad. It wasn't bad at all. Obviously, she's still. I feel like she's almost there. Watching a couple of spotlights. Obviously, you, it's hard. It's hard. And Yuka, she has that pop. Like, you know what I mean. Like when I watched her, I feel like you were like I don't want to say like anime or anything like that because she looked totally, she looked like she belonged inside the squared circle. She looked badass, and she kind of looked like I don't want to say cartoon character because I don't want to sound rude or anything like that. Or maybe that's what she's trying to portray. Maybe that's a compliment. But overall, I feel like obviously she's gonna be, she's gonna be bigger. She's gonna be a bigger star. It's just gonna take time. You got to let it marinate a little bit. Nick Wayne, obviously, with Mother Wayne, defeated Brian Hook. Nick Wayne with the patriarchy. I'm not too sure if Christian Cage, he would be a great champion. If he goes after John Moxley, I feel like it's kind of, that'd be like a heel versus heel. I feel like there's a lot of heels in AEW right now. I'm trying to think. Yeah, the good guys. Who are the good guys? Yeah, Daniel Garcia, obviously. Brian Danielson's gone. Ricochet, Will Ospreay. Shoot, the acclaimed. FTR for sure are good guys. The conglomeration. That's why I feel like Adam Cole is coming back as a babyface. Maybe they need more babyface, tandems and stuff like that. Obviously, with the Undisputed Kingdom as well. Not a lot of babyface. That's crazy. That's weird. In the women's division, Willow Nightingale. Chris Statlander has just been, I guess they're trying to plan, they're trying to book her in a storyline where she's a baby face. But Mina Shirakawa, I don't trust her only because I know like how she was with Mariah May and stuff like that. So I don't, exponentially, trust her at all. But I don't know. That's just kind of great. Hook would be, you know, I don't know. Maybe it is even. Maybe it is. Maybe I'm tripping. Maybe I'm tripping. All right, we have MXN Collection, Mansoor and Mason Madden. Mason Madden, that's a pretty cool name. Defeated Midnight Heat, Eddie Pearl and Ricky Gibson. AR Fox defeated Jack Cartwright. Atlantis Jr. gets back into the win column by defeating John Cruz. And Komander defeated Willie Mack. So that's good for him. That's like I said, he had an amazing match at Title Tuesday against Hologram. I thought that was pretty cool. Ring of Honor Women's Champion Athena with Lexi Nair defeated Lady Frost in a proving ground match. And also, during the show, you had Rachel Ellinger and Harley Cameron attempt to bury the hatchet and hug it out. Um, I don't know. That was it's a pretty interesting segment. Rachel, I feel like she's also a women's division star. That's going to kind of be, it's going to be, bigger. She's going to be bigger in the future. But like I said, in terms of wrestling, you got to let the booking kind of go through. But sometimes it could be bad. Sometimes it could be bad. But hopefully, and for the sake of Ellinger's a career and stuff like that, I definitely think it's pretty cool. All right, TNA Impact, TNA Impact. We had the TNA Impact. We had the show. Why? Damn, I couldn't think of the word show. Shoot. We had the show start off with in memory of Joe Koff, obviously extending condolences to friends and family of Joe Koff. So next we have the Pick Your Poison match. We had the Pick Your Poison match. TNA International and Digital Media champion PCO takes on Rhino. We found out before it was going to be a no disqualification match. Obviously, it was a pretty gruesome match. A lot. There was chairs, there was baking sheets. It was, it was hardcore wrestling. It was pretty cool. It was pretty cool. But overall, still TNA International Champion PCO, which I kind of, thought would be the right move, obviously. And I don't know, it's kind of crazy. So next we have Ariana Grace of WWE NXT. To be honest, I love seeing her on TNA. She's working with her daddy-o, Santino Morella. So I think that's a great spot for her right then. I'm still not too sure if she is cleared to compete yet. Would kind of explain a lot of her being that liaison between between NXT and TNA in the women's division. But it seems like right now where she's her character portrayed inside TNA, because you haven't really seen her on NXT. I don't think I've seen her on NXT for like, I don't want to say month, because I don't think it's been a month. Actually, maybe. Damn, that's crazy. But she brought in another NXT star, Brinely Reese. So that means Brinely Reese as well is going to be fighting. She's going to be fighting in favor of NXT. And then of course, then you saw Ash by Elegance, kind of confront her. They had a match, obviously. No surprise. You saw the more experienced, the dominant, Ash by Elegance. She came so close to defeating Jordan Grace at Slammiversary. It was, just the nick of time she could have been. Definitely, she could have been. Next, we have TNA X Division Championship match. Mike Bailey, was it a championship match? It looks like. I think it was. Yeah, and still. Okay. Yeah, no, I was gonna say, I was like, did I read that wrong? Because I talked about it yesterday. So I'll see if I can, if I was tripping or not. Obviously Mike Bailey, but you saw the handshake after. I definitely love Leon Slater in the future. He's the future. He is the future of the X division. So not really any surprise him losing here. I feel like ultimately it does. It's like one of those matches where like he loses, but ultimately because of his performance and the experience that he gained a lot of respect throughout the world of wrestling during this match. He was able to kind of hold up his own against the veteran Mike Bailey, who's been on TNA for quite some time, especially in the X division. So but I'm happy. I'm happy for Mike Bailey. Should be I don't know who's his next guy is going to be, but should be pretty crazy. All right, Mike Santana taking on Brian Myers, but I guess the match, quote unquote, never started because you saw a heated exchange, and Moose attacking him from the hind, laying him out. Moose tells Santana to be careful what you wish for, and it's that's classic professional wrestling. You gotta love that, dude. You gotta love that. All right. So next we have Matthew Raywolt. Sitting down with Jordan Grace and Masha Slamovich. Grace was the one who asked for this time. She wants an explanation for Slamovich's actions last week. If Slamovich has been feeling like she has, why didn't she talk to Jordan Grace? Slamovich wants to know how she was supposed to tell Grace. She's been focusing on supporting Grace's accomplishments. Grace says that she won't apologize for all the great things she's done recently. She says Slamovich got in her own way by going to the tag division, which is true. I feel like that is true. Grace talks about how she's beaten Slamovich in the past and thinks about it a lot. She says that every time she faces Slamovich, it gets harder. Slamovich also says that they both grown, so this seems like this was a decent exchange. She wants the title more and more and more and more and more. She may not have been able to beat Grace in the past, but she can now. Grace is happy that Slamovich has found the best version of herself. She has to beat her, though Slamovich says she loves Grace, but will be leaving Bound for Glory as the new Knockouts champion. That's pretty cool. That's respect right there. Can't wait for that. And Bound for Glory is it's the 26th, so next Saturday should be pretty cool. We have pick your poison match. TNA champion Nic Nemeth taking on Matt Cardona. The pick your poison match in the circle. Doesn't really does it really say what's the match? What was the poison? No, it doesn't really say. Circle each other and lock up in the corner. Cardona now in the corner. It doesn't really. I think they just kind of kick the hell out of each other. So I don't know. It's kind of crazy. But overall, you saw Nic Nemeth win. We all saw that happen, and we all knew that was going to be the what was going to happen. PCO came out obviously with the distraction of Matt Cardona, but he kind of took his girl from him. No, not really because a neck injury did so. Kind of crazy. Frankie Kazarian attacks Nic Nemeth inside the ring. Joe Hendry runs out to make the save. Hendry and Nemeth double team Kazarian. Kazarian rolls to the outside, grabs the microphone, and announces that he's going to be the special guest referee in the match between. I don't think that's the right move there. But I don't know. Good for Kazarian. Good for Kazarian to kind of be like, you know what, I want to be part of this mix. So hey, I want to be the special guest referee. So kudos to him. Kudos to him. All right, guys. So, hey, do not go anywhere. We're going to talk about our third segment. Sorry, we want to talk about Judgment Day breakup. Will it happen? What will happen? What's going to happen with the storylines of each character? And we're going to talk about it when we come back. So, hey, do not go anywhere.